Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Kimmich. And here's Haaland.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover. The Dutch have a great heritage of producing some of the most talented strikers, and this one has it all.
The one and only Marco van. He gets big! Goal! Besiktas! Besiktas take the lead! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Haaland, and here's Ibrahimovic. Yaya Toure. It's Kimmich. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. And here's Ibrahimovic. Rodri.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Yaya Toure. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Haaland! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, nearly.
Jeff Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Seedorf.
Jeff Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
It's Van Basten! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Yaya Toure. And it's Kimmich. Seedorf. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Kimmich. And here's Haaland! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Cannavaro. Nuno Mendes. Bastoni. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Alexander-Arnold is one whose deliveries we all know about. Ibrahimovic. Kimmich. Now Seedorf. And it's Kimmich. He shifted it to the flank. It's Kimmich. Yaya Toure. Passing is crisp and sharp. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Haaland. Chance for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Kimmich. Now Yaya Toure. And it's Rijkaard.
Jeff Chiba truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Hullet. Has a shot! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! A finish right from the top draw! done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Yaya Toure. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good ball, that too.
Nicely weighted ball. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Jeff, Chiba have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Haaland. That is good strength. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now he's had it taken off him. McTominay opts for safety. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And smartly reclaimed. Besiktas are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Rijkaard. Alexander-Arnold, who's set up one goal so far. Almost an hour gone. Mitoma. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Can he finish? He has done it! And the comeback is complete! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Abiati punts it upfield. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nuno Mendes. Ball played for Rijkaard. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. McTominay. Haaland might just make this. And it's Yaya Toure. That's Maldini. Kimmich. And it's Yaya Toure. And he's forced to go back. Now McTominay. Mitoma. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Seedorf has found the net here, of course. Into the last quarter of an hour. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to...
And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Ambitious ball here. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Goes looking wide. Ball driven to... It's a mighty effort! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
This is quite a battle.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Mitoma, cross into the box. Bastoni gets it away.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Looking to play him in. Oh, this is a great position. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Oh, the protests are futile. The decision is made. Late drama. Terrific save by Abbiati. Golden opportunity wasted.
Oh, Peter, I'm not a great reader of body language, but I didn't like the way he walked up to that.
Substitution on the field.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And it's been taken short. Nuno Mendes with the cross.
Number 18, Mitoma.
Over to the left. Nuno Mendes. He's got tall. Maldini getting this one clear. We are into stoppage time.
Number 7, Iniesta.
Great defending, strong and determined. Kimmich plays it through. Not the most accurate pass. The ball has bounced loose now. And it's Kimmich. And this is Lukaku. Iniesta quietly revving up. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's that, the end. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And here's Hullet. And it's McTominay. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Hullet receives it in a good position here. Hullet oh, smashing header! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That's good play. Plenty to aim at here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Tries to pass it through. Yeah. Pedri! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Gattuso. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Ibrahimovic. It's a promising position. Takes aim and up he goes! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
It's their second corner of the game. Toure plays it short. Takes a shot! Danger averted for now. Seedorf plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Hullet. And it's Seedorf. Out towards the flank. And he lines up a cross.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Gives it back. Neymar. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Can he finish? It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And here's Haaland. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Pedri, played out to the left flank. Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. That's tidy. Now it's Pedri. Chance! Toure gets it clear. And Upamecano. And it's slung out wide. And he's intervened well there. Mitoma is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Now it's Hullet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Carlos. And the pass is intercepted. And it's made its way to him. Seedorf did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Neymar. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos. He is through here. And this is Neymar. Neymar plays it, shapes to shoot! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Out to the left it goes. Ibrahimovic. And it's Seedorf. And it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic stood his ground strongly. And the ball's come loose here.
1 minute added time.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's got away. And there is the half-time whistle. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
Barcelona get the ball rolling in the second half. Rijkaard. Maldini. Rijkaard. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic touches it back. And it's Gattuso. Seedorf. Oh, what has happened here? Upamecano. Van Dijk. Tries to play it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Haaland chasing after it. Maldini. Now McTominay. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Showing good feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
Costa Curta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Seedorf. Oh, that is a nice touch. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Roberto Carlos. And it's Neymar. Opts for safety. Costa Curta looking for a runner, and he's picked it up out wide. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Seedorf. Nicely shaped ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Roberto Carlos.
Number 19.
Neymar. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Number 20, Neymar. Number 7, Iniesta. Number 13, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
And it's Roberto Carlos.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Iniesta. Oh, what a climb! And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Rummenigge. The ball is loose and the chase is on. This looks promising. Chance, surely! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. So, third corner of the game. Toure with the short one. Haaland! Maradona getting this one clear. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Gattuso is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And it's Iniesta. Van Dijk tries to clear.
Substitutions taking place.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Erling
And it's been taken short.
Coming on the field is number 23.
Opts to play it back. Great chance! It's in! They have stolen level at the last! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
The goal scorer, number 7.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Maradona. And no, he's seen through all of that. McTominay. And it's Neymar. And that is that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the week. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Could move up a gear here. Good ball, good take. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Batistuta! And he's there to get it away. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is the...
Palmer! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Palmer clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rijkaard with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Yaya Toure. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, such a clever touch. Seedorf touches it back.
Modern football.
And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Haaland actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Kimmich with the short one. He has found the way through, drives it in. Cleared away. Played back in. Bastoni tries to clear. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. It's their second corner of the game. Kimmich plays it short. And it's Serginho. Looking to go deep. He rises! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And this is Hullet. Seedorf. Seedorf! Oh, there's a probing ball. Opts for safety. Serginho. Serginho goes pelting down that left-hand side. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Batistuta. Played out to the left flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. Now it's Palmer. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That looks a good cross.
Well played and well cleared.
So their fourth corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's nice. Pull it. Oh, smashing header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Quality ball. Haaland is onto it in a flash. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Stood up well to him there. Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. And that's really well manoeuvred. Played through into space. Now it's Haaland. And he's cut it out. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Palmer. And it's Sané. For Xavi Alonso. Sané. Foot in. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. McTominay, very much a man of this moment. Yaya Toure. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
McTominay. Seedorf.
Has been indicated.
Sané. And here's the chance to counter. And it's Palmer. And he was quick to react. Now, what about a counter-attack? Bastoni. And the first half is done. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Jeff Chiba just need to relax a little and ease off on crosses, Peter. They have the talent to play with more variety and craft.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Here we go again.
Jeff Chiba clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And here's Batistuta. Alonso. Yamal. Played back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Oh, can he get onto this? Rodri spots it and intercepts.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Serginho.
Jeff Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Bastoni. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Palmer. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Cross needs to be good. That's going to go a long way. Rodri kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Sané goes steaming forward. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! And finally, he has breathed life into the game. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Angers have fired themselves in front.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Pull it. Nice control. Good pressure, determined, intense. That is good strength. And here's Ibrahimovic. Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And it's hoisted clear. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Jeff, Chiba are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Palmer. Now a Droll. Sané. Very nicely done. And here's Yamal. He's gone for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Lamine Yamal really was well marshalled there because he was denied the
There's the shot! They've done it! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away...
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. It's a promising position. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it.
And he's taking no chances there. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. And it's Ronaldinho. Played into space out wide. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Keeper's dealt with that. And he was alert to it. And now they can spring out of defence. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Toma. And it's been played through. Oh, shooting chance! Ronaldinho is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And this is Neymar. Oh, there's the shot! Goal! Manchester United! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have our breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Jeff Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Mbappe. Rijkaard. Haaland is sharing after that one. Here's Rodri. And the counter is on. And it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Hullet. Goes for a shot! Off the post! And he's there to belt it away. Out of play for a throw. McTominay. Gattuso. Great vision. Oh, super ball. He's having a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Seedorf clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Seedorf goes short. Good read, needed to be.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's a throw-in. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, that's fabulous.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Over to the left. Roberto, up he goes! Just off target. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Seedorf. Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's a great ball here. Van Bommel.
Jeff Chiba certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the pass is intercepted. Rodri. Van Bommel. Distributed tidily. And he's managed to get free. There's the delivery.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Saliba. Van Bommel. Ronaldinho, who does have an assist to his name. Rijkaard.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now Gattuso. Now he's off and running. Stood up well to him there. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
So, what can they make of this? Good ball over the top. Thinks about the shot. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Beckenbauer, and it's Rodri. Ronaldinho. And it's Stojkovic. Nicely weighted ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And here's Haaland. Oh, played right into his path. And the finish! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And the shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Haaland attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Tries to pass it through. Seedorf. Van Bommel.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Played out to the left flank. Oh, no joy this time. Toure gets rid without sophistication. And that has been slung wide. Mitoma. Showing good feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mbappe. He is through here. Corner given. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Roberto Carlos. And here's Stojkovic. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Goes looking wide. Mitoma. And he's on a charge. And that is masterful defending. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So, who's he going to be aiming for here?
Number 14, Substitutions taking place.
Rummenigge! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Gattuso. That's Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. Iniesta gets into a good position. He rises! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Well, they're definitely intent on winning it, and they've come close. Just wondering how many more chances they can have. One, maybe two, realistically.
Mbappe picks it up out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ronaldinho's delivery. That's a decent clearance. Picked out brilliantly. Now it's Mbappe. Chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
Cleared without hesitation.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Ronaldinho! Ronaldinho!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
McTominay. And it's Iniesta. Rummenigge receives it in a good position here. He's making a real surge on the left. It requires real discipline to defend this deep, and they are showing just such discipline. Roberto Carlos. It'll be a throw-in. Manchester United are making a change now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
That's an imaginative pass.
Number 15.
Elects to cross. Oh, what a climb! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, there's the clearance. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. Lovely, now then. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mbappe, and here's Sorloth, and he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Beckenbauer. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game? Chance! Goal! That was easy, almost too easy.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mitoma. Seedorf. And it's Gattuso. And here's Hullet. Haaland. And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! Oh, taken with style. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Beckenbauer gathers from the goal kick. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Roberto Carlos has it in. He gets big! And yes, it's there! And again they hit the front. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's an excellent interception. And he's managed to get rid. Now it's Sorloth. Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Sorloth is offering a wry smile there.
Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, that has not gone well. Bellingham.
Jeff, Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Played with speed from back to front. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Maldini. Passing is crisp and sharp. Seedorf. This is promising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Maldini. Now Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. That is lovely. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Hullet. And it's McTominay. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that is out of play. Now it's Seedorf. He's got plenty of space out wide here. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, that's clever. Bayer claims comfortably. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Costa Curta. Araujo. Saliba. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that should get the job done. And that's a throw-in. McTominay. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can. Now then, the ball's come loose. And this is Ibrahimovic. Solot. Now it's Mbappe. And the referee brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Substitution on the field, number 19.
There's the start of the second half.
Coming on to replace him is
Jeff Chiba can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Roberto Carlos has created one goal already. That's the keeper's ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's forced to go back. Hullet is herring after that one. And it's Hullet. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Jordan Henderson. And this is Ibrahimovic. Shot a goal! Another big chance that gets away.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And it's been taken short. There's the shot! It's there! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
This is quite a battle.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Solot. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Mbappe puts his foot on the gas. Real chance! And for a moment, time stood still. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Pullet proves just a little... And a chance! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Ball driven for... He rises! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Saliba. And Araujo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Araujo. Bellingham. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Mbappe. Pinches it off him. Mbappe gets into some terrific hit. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's scored. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded.
Ibrahimovic is the guilty party there. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Erling Haaland. Number 11, Ibrahimovic. Number 10, Pullet. Number 18, Mitoma.
Bellingham.
Coming on the field, number 23,
And it's Roberto Carlos.
Lukaku. Number 13, Karl-Heinz
Conte.
Number 15, Hannes. Number 7.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. He's had a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Hernus attempts a clearance. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's there to get it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri. Opts for safety.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Beckenbauer. And that will be it. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Out to the left it goes. It's a promising position. Ball driven towards... Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Pullet stood his ground strongly. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Played towards the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Mateus. And here's Ibrahimovic. He's in a great position here. He's having a shot!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Abiati, a player joining here, a pretty exclusive club. This game is the 200th in his career for this side.
Yeah, he's the mainstay in this team, Peter, and his value can never be underestimated. One of the first names on the team sheet, a priceless asset.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. First quarter of an hour gone. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. He's under a lot of pressure there. Palmer. Now it's Palmer. Nicely weighted ball. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
And it's McTominay. Looking for the run. Modric plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Messi going face to face with his great rival. He's gone for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Rijkaard. Now he's off and running. Mitoma is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Tries to pass it through. And it's McTominay. Now it's Hullet. Oh, that's neat. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Kukçu.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
McTominay. McTominay! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Mbappe. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Haaland can be a real threat inside the box. And it's McTominay. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He's being urged to shoot. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Kukçu. Mateus. It's Hullet. Spread out to the left. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ibrahimovic. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Palmer. Mbappe. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. Played in. Oh, smashing header! No, not the best of headers. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Hullet. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Jeff, Chiba are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. McTominay. Van Basten. McTominay cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played back into the centre. Now it's Messi. And they can counter here. And it's Hakimi. Now it's Messi. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, it's his reading of the game that seems to keep him a step ahead of everyone else, but he's about to face greater pressure now.
Now it's Van Basten.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, just skips past his man. Van Basten was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so...
Haaland! And he's really put himself on the line here. So, third corner of the game. Toure plays it short. Tries a shot! Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Gets a good foot in there. Threads one in. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's away. Oh, Waters, he's got full.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Messi goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nicely worked. That's the keeper's ball. Hakimi. Plenty of action at either end, just nothing to show for it.
Yes, and it's been far from uneventful. We've had a healthy amount of attempts at goal from both teams, and with this kind of ambition...
There's the shot! Deftly away. Mbappe. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
And he can clear it away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Hakimi.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now the ball's gone astray. Nicely aimed pass. Barcelona looking to pass their way through.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Can he get it through? Iniesta has it out wide and in space. And he welcomes it in. And the finish! Oh, it's come off the upright. He's got away. Rummenigge.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That has been cut short.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Thuram! Now that is commitment to the cause.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
Toure with the short one. And time is up. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. And he's forced to go back. Toma, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Gets into some space, and this is Hullet. Nice control. That is good strength. Hoisted in. Keeper's dealt with that. Foot in.
I think in Christian Abbiati you have one of the best Italian goalkeepers of his generation.
Must be.
Yeah, well, on the international scene he's always been overshadowed, I suppose, by more illustrious rivals.
Well, he has, but regardless of all of that, you just have to look at what he's achieved. Oh, he's... Guti! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now there's a fine ball. And Hullet! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hullet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played back. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Gabriel. Toure cuts out the pass. More and more pressure on the ball here.
Jeff Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And this is Gabriel. Maldini. Now McTominay, Gattuso, and it's Rui Costa. And here's Haaland. Gives it back. Now it's Hullet. And it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Gabriel. Aviati breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Kimmich. And here's Gabriel. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Gabriel. Oh, that's superb. Taken back almost at once. Well, that has not gone well. Hullet. That has ended up in no man's land. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Hullet. Hullet powering forward here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Jeff Chiba truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Haaland. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that looks a decent ball. And he whips it, climbs up big! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Toure goes short. Chooses to go back. And it's McTominay. That is lovely. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Beckham. It's Kimmich. Beckenbauer. Beckham. Kimmich. And it's Zanetti. That's Guti. And here's Gabriel. He could be in here. Guti. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Punched away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the second half gets underway.
Jeff Chiba can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Kimmich, nicely spread. Zanetti. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
The muscular approach does pay off here. And this is Gabriel. Into the channel. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Beckham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's beautifully weighted. He's in plenty of space here. Ibrahimovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Beckham. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He might be in here! Kimmich. There they go, hunting in packs. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Beckham. Out towards the flank. And this is Beckham. Hangs one in. And he's there to clear it. Kimmich, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And there's green grass ahead of him. Real chance here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Aimed beyond the defence. Pinches it off him. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
That's a delicate pass. Decent chance! He's scored! Do not write them off. Back they come.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
The goal scorer after 73 minutes is number 9, Erling Haaland. Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Driving
That's
forward.
good play from him.
Now, can they get him away? And he's in on goal. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's a decent clearance.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Iniesta. Guti with the slide tackle there. McTominay. And it's Neymar. Is there any support? He might not need it. Marquinhos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Chance for a shot! A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Nicely weighted ball. Takes a shot! In he goes again. Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Neymar. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Neymar. And he's heaved it away.
Number 25, Iwobi. 2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played.
well stopped.
Real chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Rummenigge is offering a wry smile there.
Substitution on the field. Number
Well, in my
22.
opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Coming on the field.
Ibrahimovic!
23.
And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Yaya Toure. Now Gattuso. And he's been shifted off it. Serginho. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. And it's Seedorf. Haaland! He has found the way, and a chance! And he's there to clear it. Costa Curta. Bebeto. Bebeto. Aït-Nouri is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He's given the time to pick a pass, and the counter is on. That ball looks a good one. Gullit gets into some space. That's tidy. He's got away. In by... Terrific header! Crossbar comes to the rescue. It's there! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
After 21 minutes is number 11, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Ronaldinho. And it's Azar. But he's cut it out. And he's forced to go back. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Gullit. Over to the left. Lovely bit of skill. And this is Gullit. No way through, so back it... McTominay! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a pretty loose pass. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Terrible error, duly punished.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? It's Ibrahimovic! That's another chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they're at it again in double quick time! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price.
McTominay! Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Hazard. Ronaldinho. Decent chance! And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Neymar. Oh, this looks sharp. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Neymar really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
There will be 1 minute.
That's been cut out, well played. Now it's McTominay. Out towards the flank. And he lines up a cross. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Jeff Chiba absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves, just stay calm and see this one out.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Ronaldinho. Now it's Neymar. And this is Bebeto. Abbiati with the clearance. Well, they've got it again. That's an imaginative pass. Abbiati breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Neymar. Ronaldinho. And that could set him on his way. He's shifting through the gap. And he shoots! It's in! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Palestine give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. That is good strength. Haaland being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Now here's the delivery. Marquinhos attempts a clearance. And it's McTominay. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Bebeto.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Messi. Oh, they could break here. That's a shade optimistic. Maldini. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. Yaya Toure. Turns back here, probably the best option. Ball played for Rijkaard. Gullit dominates aerially so often. Gattuso. Serginho. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Seedorf. Neymar looking to add to his goal. Ronaldinho. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now there's a fight. He's having a shot! A Bebeto beauty! About as smooth as it gets.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Palestine get themselves back into contention.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Gullit. 75 minutes played.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Now this could be a chance.
A think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. He's on it. Can he get away? He's had a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And it's Serginho. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rijkaard. And it's Maldini. Oh, he's found support out wide. That has ended up in no man's land. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Cleared without complication.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Maldini. Oh no, this does not look good. Can he finish? No messing about. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Pulls it back. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And this is Ibrahimovic. Shot a goal! He's scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Jeff Chiba are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Boca Juniors are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Messi. He's found a way past. Chips it through. And this is Drogba. Cleared away. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Roberto Carlos. Shoots! They've scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
How very smart. He just got it right.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Boca Juniors grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's picked his way through. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's forced to go back. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. McTominay, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
A probing pass. Adams attempts a clearance. Now it's Haaland. Mbappe has found the net here, of course. Boca Juniors applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but, of course, the returns can be terrific. Yaya Toure. Pull it. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's McTominay. McTominay, very much a man of this moment. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? And it's Hullet. That is good strength. Mitoma. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Gattuso is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Hullet. Strokes it back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And here's Haaland.
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Roberto Carlos. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Nicely worked.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Toma. Seedorf. Opts for safety. And it's Rijkaard. Hullet. Here's Haaland. And here's Hullet. And he's played it back. Played back. And it's Gattuso. Gattuso. Now McTominay.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Seedorf. Steaming on goalwards. Oh, sweet feet. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Jeff, Chiba clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now that looks a decent ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Takes a shot! He's delivered all right!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not...
It's Drogba! Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, delightful ball. And this is Hullet. And he's gone backward here. He's under a lot of pressure there. And it's McTominay. This might spell danger. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. White. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Always onto this. Here's Drogba! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Spread it left. Toma. Oh, lovely feet. He is such a good mover. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross into the box.
Jeff, Chiba really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Played into space. So nearly the perfect ball. Haaland. And it's Seedorf. Out to the left it goes. Lovely bit of skill. He's being urged to shoot. Backward it goes.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Se está realizando un cambio.
Neymar is eyeing up his options in the middle. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. He's on it, can he get away?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rijkaard. And it's Yaya Toure. Half an hour gone in the second half.
Jeff Chiba really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Hernes. Seedorf. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Drogba. Now it's Mbappe. Rummenigge, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Time is running out here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
That looks a good ball through. Oh, super ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that is a nice touch. And this is Neymar. And the shot!
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
And here's Lukaku. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. And that's that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And it's Otto. There's the crossfield ball. Well read, nice interception. And they can counter here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Gattuso. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Lovely feet. Batistuta engages and forces him off the ball. Otto. Over to the left. It's a promising position. Keeper has taken decisive action. Toma. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, that's nice. Little pass back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way. Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe touches it back, and it's Mendes. Now that looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. McTominay. Now it's Ibrahimovic, and he plays one through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Jeff, Chiba really are packing the box now.
Yeah, it does seem to be something of a numbers game they're playing.
Well, it's exactly the right approach, Peter. If you can deliver quality balls from out wide, you need to make sure there's someone on the end of it. Simple.
And it's lofted through here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. McTominay can see things others simply cannot. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Gattuso. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that should get the job done. Rijkaard. Bellingham. Crossed in early. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Cleared without complication. That's Rijkaard. Mitoma.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
McTominay. And it's Gattuso. That's Rijkaard. McTominay. And it's Yaya Toure. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Now McTominay. Passes short and sharp. Aimed beyond the defence.
I think he'll take some stick for that. There was a box full ready and waiting.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Olise. Now it's Bellingham. And that little bit of skill has got him away. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's managed to get free. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Goes for a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each...
And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us... He rises! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Koundé, Olise might just make this. Maldini. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Rijkaard. And it's Koundé. Chooses to go cross-field.
Well spotted.
Now he's got space here. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Batistu, and the shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Rijkaard with the clearance. And the counter is on. Maldini, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Ibrahimovic. McTominay. Mitoma. Now it's McTominay. Foot in. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Van Dijk. And Mendes. Pedri. And it's Mendes. And it's McTominay. Out to the left it goes. Mitoma. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now McTominay. Passing nice and neat. Gattuso. And it's McTominay. That's a good ball out wide. Played back in. Mendes attempts a clearance.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Now it's Hullet. Otto. This looks... McTominay!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's McTominay. And he's in on goal.
Jeff, Chiba surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Out towards the flank. Otto. No, he's not getting any further than that. Otto just loves to go forward whenever he can. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And that should get the job done. It's run loose here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Ambitious ball here. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Olise charging forward, the ball at his feet. Can he get on the end of this? Tries a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Olise, out of play for a throw.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Batistuta is on. Oh, shooting chance! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Substitution.
Arsenal can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Batistuta is flagged offside. And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Pullet picking up.